Hello, everybody, and welcome. Selene here. I have had this class ready to go for a couple of months, which is crazy, during the pre-order for this amazing bundle. Here, let me show you the cards we're going to make. Um, the bundle features this really pretty stamp set, Simply Leaves. I don't know if you guys know with the new packaging, I have changed the way that I package up my stamps. So I put the and of course, I have every stamp in this set on blocks already. So what I do is I put my paper face out and I close the envelope, and then these are ready to just slide in and out. So once I'm all cleaned up and I put my stamps away, I can just slide them in and they'll be ready to store. This one goes with a punch. Hey, MJ. Oh my gosh, I was just thinking about you. Uh, so good to see you, and I love seeing your face in the little comment thing that comes up. So yay, hi. So anyway, we did this at a team meeting when it was on pre-order, and now it's available for purchase. This paper, however, is not available for purchase until the 1st of September. Here, let me show you from the directions. It's called Sunflower Fields, and it is stunning. This won't be the first class that you see from me with it. It's all part of a new sunflower suite, but I just can't get enough of fall. It's probably my favorite season of the year. So that being said, um, today's workshop is absolutely free to watch, but you would get a PDF of all 4 cards and a packet shipped to you with any $50 order. If you spend $75, well, then you get the product of the month. And of course, I had the product of the month paper out, but it's club week. So, everything gets pushed aside and I don't know where anything is. But the product of the month is a gorgeous, shiny paper. Actually, MJ and I are on a tutorial group where you'll get, I think it's 12 free project ideas with that tutorial with any $75 order. And then if you spend $100, well, I'm going to send you double the cards. And I don't know if you noticed, but there's a half a pack of gems in this month's class. And it's because I kind of went crazy bedazzling the cards. I just couldn't stop. So I gave you a half a pack so that you would have enough to complete your cards. So if you spend $100, you get 2 packages, which would also mean it's a full pack of gems. So that's pretty cool too. Okay, let's jump in, actually. Yeah. I feel like it's been a while since I've done a video. The life of a caregiver isn't easy, taking care of mom this summer, and it just is what it is. So, if I'm bumbly a little bit, that's probably why. But I'm glad that I don't have to be perfect here because that's not what you guys are looking for. Let's make some cards, So at the top of the packet, you have your gems, and I'm going to stick those to the side for a minute. And I also put in 4 envelopes. Oh, this one, bonus. I got the door prize. I got 5 envelopes. Like I said, we're not perfect here. But anyway, these are stack stuffed based on the PDF. So here's the PDF and here's sheet 1. And this is the first card we're making. So I only have to take from the scored paper up. And then this will be card 2 and so on. So I'm going to put that off to the side and we'll just focus in on one card at a time. Try not to make a huge mess in the process. Look at me cleaning up like a big girl. So this piece is a scrap paper for creating 3 leaves. And I'm going to actually create all 3 while we've got that paper. And you'll notice that we scored the paper for you. And anybody know what side you're supposed to fold towards? Drum roll, please. While you figure that out, I will organize my packet. Oh, and by the way, there is a pre-tied bow for every card in this packet in your packet. So you have 4 pre-tied bows in the packet when you get it. Dun dun dun. Okay. So The answer is you always want to fold towards the hump. So some people say bury the mountain. Oh, my favorite was hide the pimple. Show the dimple. I've seen all kinds of ways to say it, but it's better if you hide the side that stands up, because it's much more likely that if anything was going to stick out at you, it would be on the inside of the card. Exactly, mountain on the inside. All right. So, hey Cheryl, good to see you. Zaina, very nice. Thanks for coming by today. All right, so I am just going to attach this piece of sunflower paper to my card base because it's ready to go. So there's no cutting involved in this. I've done all the cutting for you. And like I said, we did it at a team meeting. I think it was last month or I don't know. All the days are flowing together these days. There's also a piece of cardstock here for the layout. Isn't that a pretty layout? Really simple. So 4¼ by 1. And again, all of the measurements will be in the PDF if you choose to get one. Dun, dun, dun. I have a new PDF store. This one's not in there yet, but it will be over on PayHip. And I can link for people that just want a PDF later on. I'm so grateful for your kindness. I love all of the fall stuff. I just can't get enough. It's my favorite time of year. The leaves are starting to change. For those of you that camp, I miss camping. Again, life of a caregiver. There's nothing like a fall campfire. You know what I mean? So I'm grateful for your kindness. And what I'm going to do with this is I'm going to edge it in my ink pad. So I'm going to touch the edge to the ink pad and go around the circle. So just make sure that you give it a second to dry when you're all done. So I'll stick this over onto my directions sheet and give it a second to dry so I don't get inky fingers like I need help with that. Oh, I guess I should have brought a stamping mat over. I put them all in the bin because, again, we had people for club last night and we got people coming tonight. It's my favorite time having people in the studio. In fact, that's why I started like really getting into like being a demonstrator. It was because I just wanted to have people over to stamp. So it's really cool. And my husband's off to bowling tonight, so no guilt either. He's not going to be sitting up there waiting for me like usual. All right, so I've got 2 in Golden Glow. You know, these new ink pads, I'm a fan. You can't get squishy with them. You know how like, well, I don't know if any of you teach classes, you know that like sometimes these ink pads during classes are like destroyed. But I'm going to stamp twice on my project. And then I love the gingham leaf. It's just so pretty. So I get like a montage of leaves here. Oh, I missed. I'm going to go back in. I didn't miss. You know what I did? When you stamp, it's important to leave the stamp there for a minute. So I'm going to look at the last person that, you know, speaking of Gemma on your lap, did you know that it's National Dog Day? Cheryl? So, yeah, fall campfire with Gemma on your lap. Exactly. She's like a little heating pad. And I need that too. I'm freezing today. I turned the air conditioner off in my house. My family is not home, so I can do what I want. Fair enough. Anyway, I'm going to do 2 more of these on the scrap paper that is included in the pack. And then I'm going to do 1 more in the Golden Glow. I'm not a big fan of, I haven't been a fan in the past of Stampin' Up! Yellows. I'm in love with Golden Glow. It is the perfect addition to our selection. I actually hope that it ends up being one of those colors that stays around because it's something we need. Okay, so Cajun Craze and Golden Glow mini leaves. Let's see if I stamped these the right way to, I can't cut them completely out because it's the little one, but I can kind of start the process. Anybody see other shapes in this thing? I see fish. There's all kinds of things that you can make out of these. Ornaments, Christmas ornaments. But I'm gonna just cut this down so that I can get to the next one. And yes, I'll do a little fussy cutting, but this is just starts the process. Makes me kind of want like a hot chocolate. And for those of you that know me, I don't eat sweets very often, so that's unusual for me. Okay. Look at me putting things away. Jeepers. All right, I did lose one somewhere in the process. It's probably right under me. So if you find the third leaf, let me know because it is missing in my way. It's all right. So I'm just going to finish cutting this one out and hope that the other ones didn't fall on the floor. You notice when you cut with your scissors, it's good to keep the scissors stationary. Don't move the scissor, just move the paper to it. It makes for easier cutting. And I always leave a white border around. It's pretty when it gets on your project, and it doesn't have to be perfect. If when you go to put it on your project, you're doing white on white, you won't see it if it does get choppy. It's really funny. I did punch out 3. You guys saw me. Oh, I threw it away. It's in the trash. Wouldn't think to look there. It's funny. Okay. I don't have a lot to say today. I'm just in a room talking to myself, so somebody tell me a joke. If you're still here, just type your joke in the comments and I will read it aloud. All right, one more. Too funny. My daughter is down with my mom today. She took her to her doctor's appointment and then getting her hair done. And then she took Nana out for a ride in Nana's car because Nana hasn't driven in about 8 months and she was kind of apprehensive to start again. So she wanted a passenger. So Alexis went with her. That kid deserves a big gold star when she gets home. Okay. Whew. Let's go over to my drying stamped image. And then I'm going to add a little bit of liquid glue to the outside of this. Like that. Oh, I guess I could come in a little tighter. Watching from Connecticut. Hi, Carol. Thanks for joining today. I have a team member that moved from Connecticut to Tennessee, and she just messaged me that she's moving back to Connecticut, and we're so excited because we'll be able to stamp together again. I'm in Massachusetts, and I live on the New Hampshire border, but Connecticut is way much better. She can come up once in a while if I do bigger events. She said she's so coming to retreat. November retreat is heating up. I have to look and see how many spots I have available. It might actually sell out this time. The theme of this year's November retreat is A Million Dreams, like the musical. So circus and come as you are, be who you are. And you know what? If anybody hasn't told you today, I'm just going to say it. Hang on, where's my cursor? I'm just going to say it. You're awesome. And you need to give yourself all the credit and just to have a great day. A little bit of encouragement goes a long way. and be nice to you. Life's hard, you know? Do your best and then move forward. Alexis is scheduled to go back to college on Saturday. And so we are going to drive and get her moved in. Boy, I'm going to miss her because she's been helping so much with everything here all summer. So she's doing one last Nana run today so that I could come and be here with you. Let's see. All right, so I've got my 3 layers here. Isn't that pretty together? That's espresso, Cajun craze on basic white, and I'm just gonna layer this on kind of like there. So I'm going 2 sides equal in the bottom white corner. I guess it's 3 sides equal, huh? And then I can decide where to drop this on top. And I kind of like it where this is intersecting all of the layers. So here's another little tip that I haven't done on camera yet. And I did it also with my club this month. But when I tie a little tiny bow like this, sometimes the mini glue dot comes out really huge. So I did a tiny, tiny drop of liquid glue. And I'm going to lay that across. I'm going to put the knot right on the glue and let it sit for a minute. When it dries, I'll trim it down. But for now, I'm going to put this one to the side. I finished it with some gems. And like I said, you get a whole half a package in this kit. It's so pretty. And my team gets them for $15 because we do a monthly class with that. Okay, so moving on, card number 2 looks like this one, Thinking of You Often. And when you pull it off the top of the package, because it went the long way, we actually folded this one. So it is folded like that. So you pull it off the top. And there's a piece of two-tone cardstock in here. And oh my goodness, my sanding blocks just came in. So let me grab them because someone asked me about them last night and I'm like, oh, they're right behind you. Just open the package. So they did. They wanted to try them out. But you could use, if you didn't have the sanding blocks, you could probably use a nail file or just anything to get the two-tone to come out. But these are the new sanding blocks. Sorry, I was outside the frame there for a second. Here, let me pull out a little bit. See more of my table here. And then another little sleeve. Yeah, Christine Crutcher was here last night and she was testing this one out. But I'm gonna put it on here so I'm not sanding my table. And so when you sand the edges, you get the two-tone white core pops out. So I love that part. And this particular card, you're only going to see the edges, so I don't need to do the inside, but it does a nice job on sanding away a bit of that color to make the leaves pop. So pretty. And actually, after you sand it, it sort of feels like leather. I like that. Okay. What did I do with the card? Here it is. Let's see what it's supposed to look like. All right. Let's start with the middle guy. So this is Mossy Meadow ink. I kind of want to make sure that all 3 leaves are going to fit. So I could have punched them out too because we have the punch, but I just thought they were so pretty on their own. It really didn't need. This is just stamps, ink, and paper. So easy and pretty. So I did it again. We go, Carol is great. Carol is great. Carol is great. Ta-da, I get a nice rich image. And then, thank you, Carol. You know what? Life is hard. That's why we craft. That's why I craft anyway. And, you know, it's important to talk nice to ourselves because we're listening. All right. Let everybody else be hard on you, and you can be good to yourself. We got this, and last comment, Carol is great, Carol is great, Carol is great. Love it. So now I get a nice clean image because I leave the photopolymer there for a little bit longer. Okay, now I got the polka dot one with the golden glow. I mean, so fun, and the stamps do all the work for this one. I love that. I got the bang, bang, bang back. Remember that in the old pads? Well, that's like the new ones, but this is a different material again to the older ones. Just press and hold. And then we're going to grab the early espresso. So you see how I'm a little bit dotty there? That can happen sometimes when you're using photopolymer stamps. And to combat that, you can grab a Versamark pad and ink up with Versamark first, and then use your ink pad. It really works good. Oh, is that the right one? No, I got the wrong one, silly goose. I guess it doesn't matter. I never really make the cards the same anyway, but this is like a little branch. This would be cute also if you were making you could do like a Charlie Brown Christmas tree card. I feel like I'm a little bit outside the frame. I'm gonna go this way so you get more so I'm closer to the table. Oh, and thinking of you often. What a great sentiment. Thinking of you often could be somebody that's sick, somebody that's going through life, because hello, there's a lot going on for everybody. But this is like a nice all around sentiment. Is there someone that you would send this to? So I did that in espresso as well as the I'm gonna call it the leaf skeleton. Okay, and then there was a pre-tied bow in this one as well. So I'm gonna add a little bit of liquid glue to that leaf, just like we did with the other one. Drop this on and then assemble the rest of my card while I'm waiting. So I want to move this because I'm gonna have to cut it shorter, but I'm not gonna move it until it's dry. So while we're waiting for that to dry, we can put our other layers on. So who's a fan of liquid glue versus tape runner? If you're using liquid glue, you really don't need that much to do a card base onto. I mean, I see people that really lay it on, and in some cases more is more, right? But like makeup, less is more. And this will set up faster and should be fine just with the 4 dots. It's easy though when you've got it in your hand and like it's really flowing to, want to put a ton, but I don't need to. So I got my sanded edges coming over the side. And then we can even put our adhesive again on this layer and just I had to make a nose like faces in places and lay this on top and let it dry for a minute. So while this is drying, I'm going to bring in card 1 and give that first card just a little haircut, because after I tied the bow, some of the ends sometimes fray. So a nice little haircut makes a nice clean, like a fresh haircut before school starts, right? Okay, so there's that one. And then while we've got this one and the other one's drying, how about if you pull out the take your pick tool? And I'm gonna add a few gems to it. I'm really seeing gold in this, so I'm gonna do gold tone gems. It comes like copper, gold, silver, copper, gold, silver in the 3 different colors. But I'm gonna put one here, and then so can you see I'm down to nothing on my putty? Like, so what you're going to do is just advance it a little bit. And then once you get a little bit, back it off right away so it doesn't keep coming out like a bad toothpaste. But then I can pick it up because I didn't have enough gunk on it to pick it up. And if you drop it like I did, you can use the spatula end. But here's our first project all finished. And then while we have this out, we can go again, and I'm loving the gold, so I'm going to stick with the gold. This is why you needed half of a package of them to finish. So you'll get the 4 cards prepped with envelopes and a half a pack of rhinestones for a $50 order. And if you do 100, I will double it. If you go in the middle at 75, you may want to pick up this month's product of the month, which is a gorgeous shimmery designer series paper. And then there'll be a 12-card PDF that comes out to you from me for that. So people who have already done the product of the month, well, we just finished compiling all of the projects from everybody, and we're ready to email that out to people who placed orders. So that's coming. But so that's card 2. All right, so card 3 looks like this. Ugh, they're so pretty. And this time I used the copper embellishments, but I'm going to go back to that original packet again. So this one was also folded the long way, so we folded it in half. So you just pick that part up, and this is what you need for card 3. Bring the sanding block back in. A paper to protect the table. So now I'm sanding this piece. So pretty. And that's just 2-tone cardstock that has been embossed with, it's called Seasonal Cheer. It comes with 3 different seasons, which is cool. It's like got a stocking and leaves, and then I believe the last one is pumpkins. It's been like 3 weeks since I designed this class. I'm so glad I got a minute so that I could sit with you and make some cards. Okay, so that's done. I'm going to bring in my stamping. How about if we do the sentiment first? We're going to go back and forth between the colors a little bit. So I've got the early espresso. I do too, Carol. I love liquid glue. It's funny because sometimes I don't have patience and I just stick things together with my tape runner because it's fast. But liquid glue has a lot of helpful things because it will let you take a minute and move things around if something isn't perfect. I'm going to leave this open. I'm taking my chances. And then we need the polka dot one again. I'm going to clean this one because it was spotty last time. These, I don't know if they're still in the store, but they're doing away with the Stampin' Scrub. So if you don't have one, I spray the side with the little water drops, and I use it to clean my stamps. Now, there's conditioner in these mist, and that keeps your stamps nice over time. But when I'm done and I take this off the block, I'll actually clean this with like Windex, or once in a while I even run them through the dishwasher if I have a big class. And after you clean, let them dry for a minute so that you get a nice clean image. And let's see if it stamps better now that I've got my act together here. It still looks like it's bubbling up a little. I should have grabbed my Versamark. Actually, it's not bad. It's approved. That works. So here we go. I've got Cajun Craze. So I didn't change colors in between. So we inked up with this before. Up, and I got a little bit close. Note to self, if you get the class, make sure you do the Cajun Craze one first, because then you can move the Golden Glow over. But it's still cute, overlapped a little. And like I said, we are not perfect here. Okay. It takes the pressure off, doesn't it? Not having to be perfect. I love that. Okay, so I got my cleaner. So I already sprayed, so I don't need to spray again. Once you've sprayed, if you color, you can clean a whole stamp set with a couple of sprays, and that's why I do like having the scrub. I'm kind of sad to say goodbye to the scrubbers, but you know, they probably look at sales trends and assume that people have them. So if they're not selling, they have to get rid of them. Such is the way of the world, I guess. All right. So, oh, here's my pretty. And then this two-tone just gets stuck down to the base. I always like to examine my card front. If something's wrong, I'll flip it over. You know, like put the good side up. And I think we're going to put this on dimensionals. Now you're really going to have to wait because this takes me a minute. And nothing saggy in the middle, right? But I don't need to peel them all. I can just peel the corners. It's not about being sticky enough. It's just about the right height. So we'll flip that over and attach. So pretty. It's funny, there's like a little tiny mark on my cardstock. I'm gonna grab. So Stampin' Up! Doesn't sell these, but they're nice to have in your arsenal. It's just I call them a halo remover. It's a sand eraser. Tombow makes them. There's other companies you can get them online, but it's nice to have. If you have like a weird dot, you can sand the top layer of your cardstock off, and now the dot is missing. So no more dots. And then what did I do with my bow? It was here. Ah, ta-da! We got one more bow, and let's put the dots on too. So we went to copper for this one. So for this one, I'm gonna do 5. I'm gonna do a little twofer right here. Now you see why you needed a half a pack of them just for 4 cards, but I love them, so you get them. That's how it works. So then maybe one up here. And this time I'm going to do a trio in the top corner. Okay. My husband is telling me that I need to call him when I get off my live over Nana's car. So another day in paradise. Hey, look, a third card. So this is the third card in the pack. And then I'll set that aside to dry, and we just have one more. And we are good to go. So again, this one's not folded for you, and you'll find the bow and the punches in the middle, but we're going to fold towards the mountain. So it's already been scored for you. You just have to fold it. And if you wanted to, you could hit it with a bone folder. I love this embossing folder. So it's one of the thin ones. And when I did the embossing, I decided to use the whole thing and then leave this little ledge here. And I just love the way it came out. For a hot minute, I thought about putting a layer there or adding a strip of paper, and I just love it because it's so clean. So that's what I stuck with when I was designing. So let's get that on to our card base first. Oh, and I'm going to go this way. Okay, so this one, I have a little banner here. And we're going to come back to this sentiment in the set. Thanks. Like you get 4 really nice sentiments in this one. So I'm just going to use the baby one. And this is on the Trio Punch. And all of the supplies that I used in this class are at the top of the video in the description. So you can refer back to it. And I got to get closer so I'm sorry if you can see my noggin, but I want to make sure I'm in the middle. I feel like I'm miles away from the table here. Okay. So I'm going to tack this down to my brown, and I'm going to tack the end so that 3 sides are equal here. And I only put adhesive at the front, if you notice, because I'm going to tuck some of my leaves back there. But before I do that, I just want to take my paper snips and finish this banner. So 2 more days of club. I got a crew coming tonight, and then another group at 9 or 10 in the morning tomorrow. I think it's 9, 10. I'll double check. It's usually 10. Hopefully I did 10. And it will be fun. Okay, I lost a leaf already. Come on. Never dull, never dull. Did I throw it away? It happened before. Sometimes to find something on the table, I have to take my glasses off. Oh. Because if I'm focused on the table, it seems like I can't see anything else. So crazy. I found it. Ah, too funny. All right. So I'm going to tuck this leaf in first. So I'm going to add a little liquid glue to the stem here and tuck this back there. And then I'm going to put this here and tuck it beside it. So I get like this really cute dimensional tag, and it's all the different pieces. So all 4 pieces are stuck together. And now that it's all put together, I can add just a little tiny bit of liquid glue back here to finish. But I didn't want to like completely stick it before I had that straight. And now, look, I see Christmas ornaments, don't you? We just need like a coil stamp or something to stick them together. We'll add it to the list of things I need to do. All right. Nobody told me any jokes. If you came in later and you didn't hear me ask and you know a good joke, just type it in the chat. You could all use a laugh, a little laugh today. All right, so here is my thanks. Oh, boy, I butchered that. I'm going to straighten that a little bit. It's paper. We can just have another little slice and okay. And then I'm going to put a tiny dot of liquid glue at the top of that leaf right there. And here is the tiny little bow that I tied for everybody. And I will trim it so that it doesn't interfere with the words, but I want to wait until it's all set up first. So let that dry for a second and then we'll give it a trim. And then I'm going to come back and I got 2 more and I went back to gold. Can I say? I love that. So that is today's stamping workshop. Dun, da, da. So when it's all trimmed, you can just give it a slice to get it short and cute. So we'll just go over, there's a lot going on. So $50 order this week will get you the 4-card packet. $100 order, I'll send you 2. At $75, you'll also get the option to purchase this month's product of the month, which is gorgeous. And I have a 12-card tutorial that I will send to you if you qualify for the $75. And that doesn't mean like if you already got the product of the month, you don't have to buy it from me. If you reach a $75 order, I'll send you the product of the month tutorial. So that's it for today, guys. I appreciate you. Thank you, Joyce. Nice to see you. I have a package going to you. So, yeah, I hope you have a great day. Thanks, guys.